Germany's political tensions flared sharply after BSW leader Sahra Wagenknecht warned that the country was being pushed toward a disastrous confrontation with Russia. In a blistering statement, she questioned whether Chancellor Friedrich Merz is in his right mind for downplaying the risks of a conflict with Moscow, saying such rhetoric brings Germany closer to a nuclear end. Wagenknecht accused the government of embracing what she called absurd militarisation, arguing that any war involving Russia would escalate far beyond conventional limits. She criticized Berlin for trivializing the danger while allowing US strategic influence to grow over German decision-making.
The Brandenburg Ministry of Health advocates positions on the assessment of the COVID-19 response, the militarization of the healthcare system, or the WHO that are not found in any other health ministry. Thanks to our participation in the government, we have both countries as the only ones in the Bundesrat refuse to approve the massive rearmament and the arms deliveries to Ukraine. That was important because we fulfilled election promises with that. And I am grateful that we did it that way. But it is also true that the leeway at the state level is narrow. And for a party that is so young and so is relatively inexperienced as we are, it is additionally difficult to make optimal use of these opportunities.
Her remarks coincided with student-led protests across the country opposing compulsory service. Wagenknecht backed the demonstrations, accusing the government of quietly preparing to recruit teenagers. "They will not get our children," she said, urging parents to resist attempts to normalize military mobilization. The BSW leader widened her attack to other parties, labeling the Greens latte macchiato militarists, accusing the AfD of fetishizing weapons, and calling the Left Party inconsistent. She warned that Germany's economic trajectory now resembled the final days of the GDR. Her party colleague, Amira Mohamed Ali, escalated the criticism, claiming that every second euro could soon be spent on defense, a move she called madness. She accused the government of supporting Israel's operations by continuing arms deliveries.
"We will not participate in that. The plans are simply insane. From 2035 at the latest, every second euro of the federal budget is supposed to flow into the defense budget. Over 200,000 euros every year. It's absolute madness. And that's why it is being bombarded on all channels, and far too often on publicly funded public broadcasting, with threat rhetoric and war propaganda to keep it on course. We are repeatedly told, we need all this military equipment for deterrence against Russia. But that's not true. The NATO countries already spend many times more on armaments than Russia does. The further armament, the deployment of US intermediate-range missiles in Germany, the whole war rhetoric, all of this does not increase the security of our country."
Ali further charged that Berlin was aligning too closely with US interests, calling the shift irresponsible and dangerous for Germany's long-term security. As debates over war, identity, and alliances intensify, the Reichstag atmosphere reflects a country increasingly divided over its future direction.